Chongqing, China. This city is Big Brother's wet dream with more than 2.5 million cameras covering 15 million people. Privacy is a four-letter word in this place. It's pretty ironic that a cloak and dagger organization like the ICA keeps its most valuable secrets here. You'll find Hush conducting his fringe experiments in an abandoned apartment building, while Imogen Royce, the archivist, runs the day-to-day business of the ICA data facility. I just hope you know what you're doing, 47.
Hi, I'm Jimmy, and this is a Let's Play series of the Hitman World of Assassination trilogy. I will be playing through all of the story missions on Master Difficulty with the default start locations and loadout. And this is Chongqing. This is the fourth mission in Hitman 3, and we are going to take down the ICA, the agency we used to work for. After they put a hit out on us in Berlin, Agent 47 and Olivia decide that the only way to stop the ICA from coming after us is to take down the organization. So we're using our knowledge of the ICA to bring them down. This is a fun map. I really like this level. As you can see, it looks gorgeous. The rain and the lighting effects are just incredible. It's a really beautiful level, and it's a fun map. It's definitely an interesting location, and it's got a lot of different ways to approach the mission, different tricks to the level. It has a bit more sci-fi elements than like a normal Hitman mission. You know, most of the Hitman levels are fairly grounded and, you know, try to keep things plausible and true to life. But both Hush and Imogen Royce are conducting experiments that are pretty clearly impossible using any kind of known real-world science. So that makes the mission feel a little bit goofy, but it kind of makes sense. Agent 47 himself is always sort of a superpower, so it makes sense when going after the ICA that they would be working on other kinds of superpowers they can use to their advantage. So here, breaking in using a crowbar that I picked up downstairs. So I'm going to sneak up here in my suit. I'm following a mission story where you basically impersonate yourself as a homeless man to participate in an experiment that Hush is conducting. Normally the way you do this is you knock out one of the homeless people in the encampment back down in the streets, but I sort of skip that and just do a suit-only infiltration of the building to go to the top. This isn't going to be a suit-only run, but just for this first part, I don't need a disguise to get through here. And there I took out the recorder box, so now we don't need to worry about cameras for the rest of the mission. And I stuck out here in Lilo until everyone's calmed down. So yeah, we're just going to wait here until everyone goes back to their normal routine. So yeah, that's one thing I mentioned earlier, that one of the things I like about World of Assassination compared with the previous games is that, you know, there's no missions where there are sex workers that you have to interact with. One thing I kind of don't like about this, I mean, part of the reason I like that is, you know, in real life, sex workers are very vulnerable to violence. And so any game where you're being violent, where you sort of have the opportunity to harm a sex worker, it feels a little skeezy, and it's sort of touching on a sensitive, at least for me, a sensitive real life topic of, you know, those are people who really are vulnerable in our society and who really are subject to violence far too often. And this one kind of has a similar problem where, you know, there's like people who are explicitly homeless in this level, and like the point of this mission is to, you know, knock out a homeless person and impersonate them to get close to your target, and I don't know. It feels a little scummy, but that's sort of more of my personal hang-up. So here, this is one of the homeless test subjects, and this is the one we need to knock out so we can impersonate him. I'm waiting here. It's easy, depending on how he turns his head. It's pretty easy if he turns his head at the wrong time for him to spot you coming. And so I sort of wait for his head to be turned the other way. It's hard to do that. Like, I can't get in the window without being spotted 100% of the time. Like, sometimes he'll turn his head, you know, left and then right and just spot me as I'm coming in. So, kind of have to take a chance there. But now I'm disguised as test subject A, and I can go talk to Hush. Or, well, to the woman running the experiments. But there's Hush sitting in the chair. And yeah, this is Hush's mind control experiment. This is one of those sort of sci-fi elements I was alluding to.
Good. I'll let Sister Lei know to join us for the experiment then. You're done for now.
Where is
Come on.
We have an experiment to perform.
He's ready for you, Hush.
He looks strong.
So now we're going to take a seat.
A good
Well, in a
specimen
bit.
to conclude this phase. We'll get started when Sister Lei's here.
There's
So-
Sister Lei.
The test subject came to his senses, I see. Good.
Sister Lei, yes. We're about to perform the final test of this project phase. Sit down.
Ready when you
So,
are.
yeah, I do feel a little bad about knocking out the poor homeless person, but considering he was about to be subjected to this kind of experiment,
I mean,
you can argue I saved him from a worse fate.
the subject is clean, cooperative. I was thinking 25% and then adjust if necessary.
60% is minimum. We'll get no motor control below, and I'm not wasting my time.
But
60. Log concluding experiment H109 initiated. Run calibration 60%.
signal strength 60% confirmed. H109 initiated.
Load suggestion. Motor control 44.1. Execute.
The signal's too low. The signal's too weak. We'll get nothing like this.
So he's trying to use the chairs and sort of unspecified mind control
You've been
ability
working too
to
hard.
get me to lift my
With
arms.
vision, it can cause you real physical harm.
It's safe. You're
And the women behind him are arguing
no
about
comment.
how much of a risk he should take in conducting this experiment. Sister Leia is pushing him to take more risks, while the other assistant is advising caution.
H109 initiated at signal strength 100%.
Now I'll see as I command. Identify impulse string. Load suggestion motor control 44.1. Execute.
It's too low. He's got some. Nothing. He is a strong one.
Come on. Do this.
Abort! You're going too far.
No, he's on the verge to break him. Go higher.
It'll kill him. It's already way beyond reasonable intensity. This subject is abnormally resistant.
He's no match for Hush. Nothing worth shit ever came to be without pain.
I am calling it quits, Hush. You need rest.
Okay. A short break. And I'll return with a clear head.
God damn that assistant. If they up the signal, it will kill him.
Stay put or stay close.
Well,
I
there's
am your
the handler, Olivia Hall, basically explaining the sort of obvious, which is that we need to take out this assistant if we want to kill him. So we're gonna wait till everyone else leaves the room, and then we can lure this assistant and knock her out.
I should have done.
Not sure why she goes over to that door. I feel like that's part of her routine from when the other patient is waiting in the bathroom and she goes to check on him, but she's still doing it even though, like, as far as she knows, that guy is no longer there. But yeah, she comes back over here. So now I'm just checking, make sure the closest is clear. I'm looking for an opportunity to knock her out. And if I can get her out of the way, then, yep, I can continue with this. So yeah, I lay down a coin trail. And the noise from the crowbar gets her to turn around and look, and she sees the coins. I'm sort of keeping an eye on Hush and his bodyguard over there. I want to make sure they don't walk in and spot me as I'm knocking her out. But fortunately, I have an opportunity here, and I take it. Now I have to make sure to hide the body. Otherwise, they'll just wake her up, and she, you know, it'll defeat the purpose of knocking her out. But yeah, if you hide her body or you kill her, then she's out of the way. Of course, since we're going for silent assassin, I'm not going to kill her, so I hide the body. Now I just need to wait for Hush to come back and Sister Lei to come back, and we can continue the experiment.
Enjoy some competence. She understands the importance of what I'm trying to achieve.
Hey, bud.
So now we need to wait for him to go. He's going to go get Sister Lei and come back, and then the experiment will continue. Oh yeah, I'm just fast forwarding a bit to get to the point. Now, yeah, now they're talking about me.
People like him, no participation, no agency. No worth to anyone. Us.
Where's Junli?
Never mind her. I'll take over.
Let's pick it up where we left off, Sister Lei.
At the same signal strength.
Yes, 100%. I feel strong. I can take him. Sit and keep still. Log, continuing.
So now we start again?
H109. Run calibration 100%.
Signal strength 100% confirmed. H109 initiated.
Now I'll see you dance. Identify impulse string. Load suggestion, motor control 44.1. Execute.
We need to go higher.
I can get to him. Ah! Damn it. Not again.
You'll get nowhere like this.
I don't understand. No one's ever resisted like this before.
Let's increase the signal and get some results. What do you say, Hush?
Do 120%.
120. Good. Let's do it.
Log. Continuing experiment H109. Run calibration 120%.
H109 continued. 120% signal strength confirmed.
Yes. This is it. It's all incredibly sharp. I feel my mind expanding. Identify impulse string. Load suggestion. Motor control 44.1. Execute. I feel I'm not scared of you. I could.
You got the bastard, Hush. Now go get Imogen Royce and we can get to the core.
There, he was killed by his own experiment. And yeah, that death is also, it's considered a type of accident, so don't need to worry about the body being found. I don't think it pops up a body found notification, but... So now the security guard is going to escort me out of the building. So I'm just going to follow him downstairs and out of the building. So yeah, I'm just going downstairs, just sort of waiting. As usual, NPCs, just their walk speed is just a little too slow. Like, it feels like they should at least go Agent 47's full walking speed during escort sequences like this, but yeah, it's a minor thing. But yeah, this is a fun map, and it has a lot of interesting opportunities, and you can sort of learn a lot about the rivalry between Hush and Imogen Royce, and the sort of standoffish relationship they have with each other, where they're both sort of discreetly spying on each other. So yeah, here I'm just oh yeah, so I actually had a good run. I managed to play almost the full mission in one playthrough, but then my game crashed. It was the only time that's happened to me during this Let's Play series. So the last bit of footage you're going to see is actually from another playthrough where I had to like do all this over again. So yeah, that's the first bit done. I've saved, yeah, a little early, but I've taken out the cameras and I've taken out one of the targets. So I just need, to get get the last target and get the data core. So now we're going to be going inside the ICA facility, which is a very secretive. It's behind this dumpling restaurant, and it's sort of interesting. The dumpling restaurant is acting as a front. All the ICA workers dress up like dumpling cooks and then go into the restaurant for work, and then they slip into the building and then they change outfits to go to work for the ICA, and it's so that no one notices the ICA workers coming and going from work, and they just look like dumpling cooks. But on here, oh yeah, you can see the view is just beautiful. The city, the skyline of Chongqing just looks gorgeous. And there you can listen, and those dumpling cooks are actually ICA workers, and they're complaining about the cloak and dagger shit they have to go through to get to work every day.
What's today's code?
And this woman is going to struggle to remember the door code for the ICA, and then she's going to end up saying the code out loud. So this is convenient if you need to figure out what this code is. So here she goes up to the door and she's going to like say it out loud as she enters it, which is very convenient. And of course, very bad security. Anyway, now that she's out of the way, I'm going to sneak in. I'm actually going to sneak into the restaurant here. And there is a sort of bigwig from the ICA who's coming to visit this facility. And this mission story involves disguising myself as that ICA executive as a way to get into the facility and actually get a guided tour, which is a nice bonus. First, I have to disguise myself as a chef. Now I just need to go find some rat poison. And the ICA bigwig is waiting to be served in the restaurant. So I'm going to prepare and poison his food so that I can isolate him. And at that point I can knock him out and take his disguise. And that's how to start the next mission story. And I'm just picking up random pieces of fruit. They're just useful as distractions. I just have a habit of picking up everything in the level when I'm playing.
Did you bring the P-41 we left for you in the apartment?
No.
No. There they mentioned that he needs to bring a special form from his apartment.
Very sorry, Mr.
We'll grab that
Bernard.
later so we can continue the tour.
The P-41 to get the tour is procedure. Please pick it up before you come and find me. I'll be waiting by the stairs in the back of the restaurant kitchen.
So there, she's explaining where she's going to meet with him and what he needs to do. So here, I'm just going to prepare the dish. Poison it. Oh, and I forgot to ring the bell. I need to ring the bell so that the waiter knows to bring it out. But here, ring the service bell. Now it's good. Now I just need to go to the bathroom and wait. And in a few moments, Mr. Pritchard will come to the bathroom with a bad case of stomach poisoning, and I can knock him out and take his disguise. Yeah, I'm just waiting to make sure that they bring the food out to him. But yeah, I enjoy this map. This is, I think, probably my second favorite Hitman 3 map after Berlin. It's a sort of good classic Hitman level. You know, has 2 targets and an extra objective. So I enjoy the sort of gimmick of Berlin, where there are 10 targets and you have to hunt them down. And Berlin also has a lot of great opportunities to set up accident kills. So it's a very fun map with a lot of replayability, and it sort of plays differently from a classic Hitman level. But as a more traditional Hitman level, this one is also really solid. The one thing I don't like about it is if you complete the data core objective, it plays an unskippable cutscene, and it does it every time you do it. So even on subsequent playthroughs. Luckily, unless you're starting from the default start location, that third objective is optional, so you don't need to do it on subsequent playthroughs. But it is a little frustrating that if you want to do it, you end up getting stuck in a sort of unskippable story cutscene. So there, now I'm disguised as Mr. Pritchard. I'm going to go over and break into his apartment. The apartment conveniently has the same code as the ICA facility, so I already know the key code to enter his apartment, and I can get the P41 form to begin my tour. But yeah, anyway, and the final sequence, like after you do the optional, or the optional objective, I'll just say it's optional, even though it's not optional for me. After you do that, there's sort of a sequence where you have to break out that is it's pretty linear, and like, it's kind of tricky to do it Silent Assassin, and it's like obviously meant to be a situation where you shoot yourself out. Like, it's meant to be, it's more fun, I think, if you try to shoot yourself out of that situation, if you, like, you know, gun everyone down on your way out. Whereas, since I'm playing a Silent Assassin and can't do that, it's a little more tedious and not as fun. But so I guess those are the main reasons why I don't rate Chongqing as my favorite. Chongqing is my favorite map in Hitman 3, but it is a fun level, and I do enjoy it. And there, yeah, like I said, there are a lot of other opportunities to get close to the target. So now I'm going to go to the back of the restaurant where the tour guide said she would be waiting for me.
I'm ready to inspect the facility now.
Good. I hope you enjoyed the food. Did you bring the P41 we left for you in the apartment?
Yes, I have everything I need.
Good. Let's continue the tour. Continue, you may say. We haven't even started the tour yet. But we have, without you even noticing it, Mr. Pritchard. Invisibility is the best security there is. You see, the restaurant is in fact a front that lets all IPA personnel arrive unseen. Who notices a dumpling cook on his way to work?
Dressing the part takes you a long way.
ICA guarantees absolute discretion to all clients. We take that promise very seriously, as you will see on all steps of the tour.
Yeah, that line about the dumpling cooks, you know, going unnoticed is kind of funny, because if you listen around the map, there are a lot of people talking like, there's a lot of dumpling cooks going in and out of this restaurant. It seems kind of strange. So, I mean, that's just a way for the game to clue you in that this is something you should investigate. But it's kind of funny that they brag about how secretive it is and how no one notices, but then it seems like everyone in Chongqing notices.
Welcome. Please report to security desk for visitor sign-in.
Will do. I love the facility AI. It's really looking out for us. And we're in. The inside is a self-contained modular build that can be disassembled and removed in less than 12 hours if we are compromised. No trace we will ever hear.
I agree. Leaving no trace behind is the only sensible MO.
The outside shell is a building marked for demolition. We've put a hold on it with city planning, a deliberate misplacement of the order, but have people in place to rectify that. At first shift, city construction will move in. Our policy around ICA personnel is that they are a resource, but also a risk. On top of contractual repercussions if breaches occur,
Just make
we
sure it doesn't
perform
catch fire.
detailed vetting on everyone.
Good.
The first,
Hey,
blunt vetting is a
Me too.
frisk. We have, of course, never had any employees trying to bring unauthorized weapons inside the facility, but we do consider the step important. I'll need to start the setup of your visitor security clearance here, Mr. Pritchard. I need your P-41 to start the clearance procedure.
So here's where I give her the form.
Thanks. I'll get the procedure started. It'll just be a few
And it-
moments, so feel free to have a look around. I'll meet you on the other side of the frisk. Naturally, you'll have to be frisked like everyone else. No exceptions, Mr. Pritchard.
Yeah, anyway, so the game lets you know they are going to do a weapons frisk, so have to make sure, yeah, to conceal my pistol.
Hey there, big boy. Feels good, huh? Bet it does, pretty boy.
So yeah, this is the other sort of
And you are good to go, sir.
sci-fi-ish element. Well, you'll see in a moment, but yeah, this whole facility is has a very futuristic-looking aesthetic. Although, given how big it is, I don't know if I believe her story about it being disassembled in 12 hours. That seems... Disassembling all of this definitely seems like more than 12 hours worth of work to me. Especially if you want to leave without a trace. At the very least, you would leave a giant empty hole in the ground. But, you know.
Good, you're here. I've started the security
It's not the
clearance
most
process.
unrealistic thing in
It
this
will take
game,
a little
so,
while
or even
since
this
you're
level.
covered by the Zero Protocol. All your data will be encrypted and inaccessible without your authorization. Only facility AI will use it for ID analysis. Fully anonymized, of course. But we can go a few more steps on the tour while it's validating.
ID analysis? What the hell does that mean? Give me a minute. I'll try to find out.
This is one of the first wrinkles we run into on this is in this
Personnel is
room
the
we're going to go
greatest
through a
asset,
scan.
But also the greatest risk of the ICA. The work
Or is
we
it this
do
room, or
here
is it-
puts
oh, it's the
high-level
next room.
pressure on our employees, and there is no room for mistakes. We perform a daily multi-layered full body scan to guarantee that no employee will act erratically.
Yeah, there's a room up ahead where they're going to do a
Other
body scan to
issues,
verify that I am who I say I am,
physical health issues,
which of course will
pressure, or moral hesitancy. The scan
pierce through my disguise, so
Let's step inside.
we're going to need to do something about that. That's one thing about this level is they use the camera as a way to handle security doors.
Beyond this room until your security clearance
You
is
can use your
finalized.
camera to hack that panel.
So why don't you have a little look around while we wait, Mr. Pritchard? It should be here.
So there, I was hacking that panel just to darken the
Shit.
glass because I don't
We need
want
to
the
intercept
woman to
that
see me.
47, or the facility AI will blow your cover. Get me into one of those computers and do it fast. You've got 60 seconds before all hell breaks loose.
So yeah, they give you 60 seconds to hack, but I knew that was coming. I was already in position.
And you're safe. That was a close one.
I think maybe the body scan was supposed to happen in that previous room. I wasn't totally clear, but
Perfect timing. Your clearance
Yep.
just came through. Let's continue. Come on, it's this way inside.
so we were able to, with Olivia's help,
You see, we
hack
are
their
very
systems and
serious about
bypass that security check.
What we protect is, after all, core to all ICA operation. We and we alone store all legal work, contracts, target profiles, employee files, contract documentation and validation, and so forth. Furthermore, we handle all current operations, effectuate logistics of personnel and equipment. Our analysts do the client vetting, target profiles, and of course offer real-time contract support to handlers and operatives. Storage and transmission of sensitive information like that takes constant vigilance to keep safe. We have a team of engineers solely dedicated to that task. Oh, good. There she is.
So here we're meeting with our other target,
Hi,
Imogen Royce.
Imogen Royce. I've been looking forward to meeting you.
Likewise.
She's going to take me on the next leg of the tour. But yeah, that's the fact that all the critical ICA data is stored here is why we came here. This is the key to bringing down the ICA, is getting access to the information in this vault.
The nervous system of the ICA.
And sharing it with the
where we store
world.
the past and facilitate the present. In general, only a handful of people can access this room. Hush and myself, plus bodyguards and a chosen few of the engineers. I'm the most likely person to meet in here because I perform a regular physical check-in on the core console as a supplement to the remote authentication procedure. We have a strict routine of daily core maintenance. Part of that procedure is a flash process evaporating all biological matter in the room. You can see Reed through that window. It's her job to initiate the maintenance. Don't worry, we're safe as long as the safety mechanism is engaged. Even if Reed presses the button, the procedure will not happen until we leave the core room. The doors to the core room are all equipped with... You know what? Screw this tour. I know why you're really here.
Cutting to the chase, I see.
Knowledge is power. More importantly, knowledge is opportunity. Let me demonstrate. You have a sixth sense for irregularities. And although Hush's recent behavior has not been reported, it has no doubt brought you here. You do have authority to shut down unwanted efforts, but at heart you are progressive and not the stickler everyone thinks you are. You have sway with the board, and as I see it, your opinion is now what decides my future and the future of the ICA. So here we go. Imagine this. Having a time schedule on a target with minute details on locations, durations, and purpose. A detailed layout of a target's actions within a defined time frame. That would transform a contract into a surgical dance of precision. No mess, no fuss, low cost.
Just how I like it.
I've been working on a prediction algorithm based on a combination of big data analysis and micro-targeted surveillance of defining target markers. And my results are astounding. All this state-of-the-art is nothing but heavy old-fashioned machinery compared to what I offer. Analysts preparing detailed files dedicating days, weeks to prepare our contracts, gone. Handlers and analysts supporting our operatives during missions, gone. Teams for cleanup and media manipulation in the rare case something unforeseen does happen, all of it, gone. I asked you to imagine that scenario. But what good is imagination when you can see it with your own eyes? I've set up a demonstration for you.
This is we're going to system to
3 employees
monitor humans and predict their behavior.
Predict their behavior. Firing them will result in an already clearly defined reaction. On the top left, we have Sharon Reed, who you saw downstairs. She is a dutiful and trusted employee. If she is to be fired, my algorithm predicts with a certainty of 97.8% that she will finish up her most important tasks before she leaves the building. Specifically, she will press the maintenance button within 11 seconds. Jeremy Bolt, the guard in the lower left, is as tough as nails when on duty. But in private, he's a real mummy's boy. If fired, he will immediately call his mother and, at her advice, seek out who he considers his best friend for support. My personal guard, as it stands.
Me? Really? Well, that explains why he's always next to me at lunch.
At the top right, you see Alicia Reynolds. Bright and very passionate about her job. However, also very possessive about her contribution. My prediction is that she will try to disable the work she has done for the ICA. If she's not allowed to enjoy her results, no one is. Specifically, that means she will try to enter the core room and disable the safety mechanism. I'll leave you to consider your choice of who you want me to use for the demonstration. Just let the guard outside the door know when you're ready, and I'll be right back.
I will have a closer look. Maybe your project could play a part in the future of the ICA.
Just let the guard outside the door know when you're ready, and I'll be right back. Oh, and if you decide to leave the room, a guard will escort you around. Safety protocol. Thought I'd just mention it.
So the disguise has taken us pretty far, but they're letting us know that if you try to explore the facility in this disguise, you're going to have a guard following you, and you're going to have to take care of that. But as it is, she's laid out a perfect opportunity for me to kill her. So for now, I'm going to lay down a quick toy trail. I'm going to use this later to lure in a guard and take his disguise. But yeah, now I just need to get ready to fire people, and I just need to wait for the right time. I need to wait for her to walk around the facility a bit. You just want to time this right so that you... basically what you do is you fire the guard so that he distracts her bodyguard and he's no longer guarding the entrance. Then you fire, I think Sharon Reed... No, not... you fire Alicia, and she disables the safety mechanism.
Jeremy Bolt, I regret to inform you that Code 41 is now effective for your employment status. Thank you for your service.
What? That can't be right.
Code 41 is confirmed effective for your employment status.
Oh, God. This is not good. This is not good.
So now he's on the phone, he's no longer watching the door. I'm going to fire Alicia Reynolds.
You that Code 41 is now effective for your employment status. Thank you for your service.
And this method, you know, it makes things simpler, but you don't need to go through this process of firing these people. You can manually disable the safety mechanism and engage the cord maintenance routine.
Okay, I'll call you later.
When Imogen Royce is in the core, but it's easier to just push buttons and have the ICA workers do it for me. So there, now Jeremy Bolt is going to go and he's going to talk with Imogen Royce's bodyguard, which means that Imogen Royce won't have her bodyguard with her when she goes into the core. Meanwhile, Alicia Reynolds, she just disabled the safety mechanism. Now she's going to head back out. So it should just be Imogen Royce alone in the core room. And once that happens, I will fire Sharon Reed, and she will engage the core maintenance routine, which will incinerate. Yes, so see, she just left, and now Imogen Royce just entered. I think I wait a few moments. Yep, and then I fire Sharon Reed.
I regret to inform you that Code 41 is now effective for your employment status. Thank you for your service.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity, and it's made hilarious by the fact that the target essentially walked you through how to do it.
Good.
Gave you all the details.
Just give me a second, and I'm in. You can now access the core 47.
So yeah, I'm gonna open the doors and throw an object to just make some noise, and the guard's gonna come into the room and see the coin trail.
Hey, check that out.
Okie dokie. Huh? Excuse me?
Yeah, yep, because of the coin trail, he's going to walk nice deep in the room. I close the door, and the glass is already dark, so no one can see in here. So I just need to sneak up behind this guard, knock him out. There, now I have ready access to a guard disguise. And, yeah, I have basically everything I need to gain access to the data core. Including, I believe he drops a tier 3 dongle. Or maybe not. Oh, that's right. No, I still have to get a tier 3 access dongle. So, yeah, the doors are opened with your camera, but in order to get them open, you need an access dongle for any device you want to open. And there are three tiers, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. The white ones you don't need a dongle for, and you can activate those without a dongle, but for tier 2 and tier 3 you need a special dongle. And to get into the core you need a tier 3 dongle. So I'm just trying to find the right opportunity. Yeah, that's right, there's a tier 3 dongle in the security room. So I'm going to use the camera to access the store. This is guarded by a tier 2 dongle. And in here, there's another camera box, I believe. Or no, it's in the office, in this security room. But I've already taken out the camera, so I don't need to worry about that. Right now I'm just waiting for that guard who's an enforcer to move to a different position so I can sneak out again. So yeah, this is yeah, as I've already said, this is a fun map. Yeah, again, feels like a nice location, a nice vacation to an exotic location, and yeah, I don't know, the sci-fi elements a little goofy, I guess they sort of seem, but I don't know. I had fun with them.
I just don't see.
This map also has a really good opportunity for sniper assassin. If you prefer playing Hitman as a sniper, this is one of the better maps for that. There's a rooftop lookout position with a sniper rifle that you can gain access to, and yeah, there's an opportunity where you can lure both targets out into the open and snipe them. So it's
Hey, are you here?
that's actually that opportunity is one of the better ways to get a silent assassin suit only, because you can use the sniper rifle to create an accident kill, and it's much easier to get access to that rooftop than anything else. So yeah, here I'm at the data core. I'm going to use my camera to gain access.
Access granted.
Now I'm going to
Good. You're
hack the
alone.
data core
I'm sealing the room and dimming the windows, 47.
and bring down the
No need to worry
ICA.
about intruders. It's all here. Clients, operatives, every hit the ICA ever sanctioned. Enough to shut them down for good. But first you need to locate all files referencing Diana and yourself.
This is basically an extended cutscene where we delete the files related to myself and Diana so we don't expose ourselves in the process of outing the ICA, and there it flashes through all the targets from the whole trilogy.
Tell me, what did it feel like? Taking lives?
Random. Disorder.
Well, we are here. Basic training starts at 0600 hours. I should...
That's a scene from a cutscene at the beginning of the first game.
Perhaps I see possibility where others see limitation. I choose him.
Diana,
The two of
yeah,
you go
talking
way
about why
back.
she chose to work with
I didn't realize
Agent
that
47.
I don't know. I get why you want to protect her. So, wipe all the data referring to the two of you from their system before we publish the rest.
So you're deleting the data relating to us. This is interesting because at this point we still don't know.
Okay.
We've lost touch with Diana. We don't know what her
I've
loyalties
set up a
are.
link to an information non-profit site. When you press that button, it's up there and the whole world will know. There's no undo 47. This will shut the ICA down for good. You really okay with this? It's who you've been for so long.
Maybe it's time for a change.
I'll just return things to normal. No need to alert them we were here prematurely.
Detected.
Shit!
But now
I
things
missed
go
that.
wrong.
We're blown, 47. I can hold the doors for a little while. Use the vents to get out. Go, now!
All personnel. Breach protocol initiated.
This is bad.
So yeah,
That means they'll shoot on sight. I'm gonna
Yeah.
create some havoc, 47. Make the core melt down. Maybe we'll divert their attention a bit.
Warning. Core overheating.
yeah. So that fire is sort of conveniently placed to prevent you. Otherwise, you could take the escape routes that way and get back to the surface easily. This is basically the game is forcing you to take a linear path from this point on, which is a little frustrating, but
All personnel.
it's not very
Breach
Hitman-like to
protocol
just be going down a linear path. So here, this is They conveniently placed chloroform flask. You can use this to knock out these guards.
Warning, core overheating.
Game is glitched, so there are like, it looks like 2 guards, but there are actually like 4 guards somehow crammed in that space. Here, I take their disguise, even though pretty much all of these guards are enforcers for this disguise, so there's really not much benefit to changing disguises at this point. But
Warning, fire
anyway,
detected.
here I'm able to take this tunnel, sneak around the guards. But yeah, the chloroform trick is nice because when you knock someone out with poison, the bodies being found doesn't ruin your silent assassin. So it's a very convenient way to get out.
All personnel, breach protocol
Here.
initiated.
You can, on the lower level, you can use the tier 3 dongle to just leave the facility directly. There's an exit there that you can use. But for this playthrough, I decided to... I think I'm walking by that exit right now, but for this run through, I decided to exit the facility and get back on the street just for fun. Basically just to show off.
Warning.
There's no way you're
core
getting through that door
overheating.
47. It only opens for people with an authentic security clearance. The signal is encrypted. Without a dongle, we can't hack it.
Roger, Command. Nothing tangible yet.
Yeah, I think she was explaining about the exit door
Warning,
that we can
fire
use.
detected.
But here, I'm just going to go up these stairs, go back out the way we came in.
Nothing here, Command. Moving on.
Here we see all the poor ICA workers who were forced to evacuate when the alarm sounded. They're all just sort of milling back here. Which, if there was any secrecy to this operation in Chongqing, it's pretty much blown now. I feel like someone's gonna notice a crowd of
That was
office
10:47.
workers hanging out just in a back alley behind a dumpling restaurant. So yeah, now we just need to go over to this motor scooter and escape. And yeah, verify that I got Silent Assassin. Yep, that's Silent Assassin. So yeah, thank you for watching. I will see you in the next video. Goodbye.